Hello, true believers, and welcome to another episode of Marvel Draw. I am your host, Brian Crosby, and today we're going to be drawing another one of the icons of the Marvel Universe, the Sorcerer Supreme himself, Dr. Stephen Strange. So, with that, let me walk you through the tools of the trade that we're going to be using. I've got a blank sheet of paper here. I also have a jumbo circle template. You can use one of these if you have one around the house, or if you want to run down to the art store and get one. They're super helpful for drawing the icons. If not, you can use the bottom of a cup or a mug or something like that, just something that gives you a nice clean circle. I'm going to be using a blue colored pencil for my underdrawing, and then I have a 6B pencil that I'll be using to do all of the dark outlines, okay? But you can use whatever it is that you have around the house, crayons, markers, colored pencils, doesn't really matter. The point is that you're having fun and learning how to draw something new. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right in. So I'm gonna start with my large, most jumbo circle of all jumbo circles. And I'm gonna draw a nice clean outer edge of my icon. And I'm using my blue colored pencil to do all this. Before I jump from that one, I'm gonna use these notches here to mark the top and bottom and left and right center points. They will help me as guides in drawing this icon. Doctor Strange's icon is not quite as rigid maybe as some of the other icons, but they're still helpful. Now I'm gonna jump down 2 levels to the smaller circle, and I'm gonna line up those notches so that I'm sitting in the middle. And this is gonna be the inside of our icon. So with that, I draw a nice clean circle inside there. Looking good so far. All right. Now the inside of Doctor Strange's symbol is a little tricky. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw some construction lines. I'm gonna do one from top to bottom using those points I already marked. And then I'm gonna draw another one that goes from left to right. Now when you color this, you won't see any of this stuff. This is just to help you lay out the drawing. Now each of the lines that cut across this icon are exactly the same, but they are just placed in different positions. So let me show you what I mean by that. So the first one we're gonna do starts just to the right of our center point, and it cuts swooping across our circle, just like that. And then I'm gonna come across just to the other side of our center, and it's gonna be a little bit wider up here at the top and then get narrow as it comes down to the bottom. So I'm gonna be nice and loose and sketchy, just like that. Essentially, you're going to be drawing about 3 more of those, but they'll be placed in different places around this around the circle. Okay, so the next one we're going to come out pretty wide. We're going to come all the way out to here, just above our center line, and we're going to come in towards the other side of the circle. So it almost looks like a baseball or a basketball, kind of like that. Okay. And then we're gonna do the same width on the other side here. And we're gonna come all the way down. Again, bigger at the top and then gets narrow as it comes to the other side. Okay? So there we've got our first set of crossing lines for Doctor Strange's icon. Okay, you'll also find this icon on the Sanctum Sanctorum itself. He has a big window at the top of his kind of headquarters, his base, the Sanctum in New York City. And this icon sits right up there. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna come over to the other side, and we're gonna make a point just about right there. And we're gonna swoop down just like that. Okay? Now this time we're gonna be narrow up top and then get wide down at the bottom. So then we're narrow up here, just like that. And we're gonna cut across those, just like that. Okay, now we got one more to do. So we're gonna come up here, we're gonna make a little point. So it's about the same distance here to here as here to here. And we're gonna come across, just like that. Okay. And this one's also going to be narrow up top and get wider as it comes down here. Okay, see how I'm being nice and loose and sketchy? That helps you find your lines. Now when you go to the other pencil you can make it nice and tight lines. So we're gonna put aside our blue pencil and get out our darker pencil. In this case, I'm using a 6B. And I'm gonna go back to my circle template. Again, use the base of your cup or mug or whatever it is that you have, or your professional circle template, just like this. And I'm gonna line it up, and I'm gonna make a nice, clean black line all the way around, just like that. I'm gonna go back to that same circle I used before, so a little bit smaller. I'm gonna line that up again, using my construction lines to make sure I'm on point. Line it up nice and clean. And then do another inside line, just like that. Okay, so we're looking good. Now we're gonna draw the inside. So you can handle this a couple of different ways. One, you can draw just like we did before, okay, where you're creating one line, like that. Or you can do this as smaller shapes, outlining them in that way. It's really up to you. I like to draw it all the way across because I'm gonna darken it in. So it doesn't matter if I'm crossing over and seeing these crossing lines. So I'm gonna do it that way. So I'm gonna start right up here at the top and make a nice clean line all the way down. And I'm gonna replicate the other one I did, using my my underdrawing to make these lines nice and clean. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Come all the way down. And do this one as well. There you go. Doctor Strange is absolutely one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe. He's just so cool. Such a great character. Okay, so now we've got two done. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I can go all the way, I can go right to that point like I did before, or you can draw all the way through. Whatever is easiest for you. I'll do it this way this time so you guys can see how that's different. So I can treat this as smaller shapes, okay? And when I color this, I'll clean up those lines even more. And now, I'm just tracing over the top of the lines I already made. Just making them nice and clean. That's okay that I messed up a little bit there because I'm gonna color that in, okay? So there you have it. So with that, let's go ahead and color this in. So it gives us a nice, clean Doctor Strange icon. Hope you guys have had fun watching our Marvel Draw videos. I know I enjoy doing them with you. You guys are learning all kinds of fun new tricks. And if not, it's okay. It's just good practice too. Always good practice to just keep drawing and draw lots of different things. Draw people, draw cars, draw your pets, draw your house. When you're drawing comics, you have to draw everything, and that's part of the fun. It's a seemingly pretty simple icon, but you'll discover that it's not always as easy as you thought. It takes practice, and you got to learn how to do it right. And there you have it. There is our Doctor Strange icon. Hope you guys had fun doing that with me. I know I had fun doing it with you. And as always, you're never completely done with your drawing until you sign it. That's what makes it yours, even when we're doing the icons. So I'm gonna put my name down here. I am Brian Crosby. And thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hope you had fun, hope you learned something new. And as always, this is Marvel, your universe.